With a roar of rage, the man kicks the messenger down into the deep well, his eyes burning with fury and murderous intent. Just moments before, the arrogant messenger had not only threatened his people but also insulted his beloved wife. As the king of Sparta, how could he tolerate such disrespect? But that single kick would bring down the wrath of the Persian emperor and his army of 300,000 men. It also triggered one of the bloodiest battles in human history, the Battle of Thermopylae. Yet the king showed no fear. As the most valiant Spartans, they endured brutal trials from birth. By age 7, they were fighting ferocious wolves, and only those who survived became true Spartan warriors. The king led just 300 of his royal guards to block the Persian army of 300,000. Though everyone knew their chances of survival were slim, not a trace of fear could be seen on their faces. They all embarked on their journey with the spirit of men prepared to die. Along the way, they encountered irregular troops from a neighboring state who mocked them. With just a few hundred men, you think you can resist an army of 300,000? The king replied confidently, each of my Spartan warriors can fight 100 men. With his commanding presence, the king intimidated the neighboring troops. Facing the massive Persian army in the howling wind and rain, the Spartans showed no fear. As the battle horn sounded, 300,000 Persian troops charged directly at the 300 warriors across from them. 300 against 300,000, yes, you heard correctly. The Spartan warriors chose the easily defensible, difficult to attack pass at Thermopylae. Here, they would engage in a life-or-death battle with the Persian army. They held firm with their shields against the enemy's charge, then thrust their spears at vital points. The narrow terrain hindered the Persian army's effectiveness. The Persians never imagined that each Spartan warrior could single-handedly fight 100 foes. Before long, the warriors had pushed the Persian army to the edge, then raised their shields and forcefully shoved them off the cliff. After their initial victory, the warriors had barely caught their breath when they looked up to see a rain of arrows darkening the sky. But the well-trained Spartans easily deflected them with their shields. The Persians then sent in their cavalry. The Spartans immediately formed a triangular formation to meet the attack. With sharp eyes and unwavering resolve, they targeted the horsemen's lower bodies, leaving no survivors and showing no mercy. After several rounds, the enemy was completely routed. The king ordered a wall built from Persian corpses. Sure enough, when night fell, the Persian emperor deployed his strongest unit, the Immortals. The Spartans collapsed the wall, burying the immortal commander beneath it. As time passed and the Immortals suffered heavy casualties, they sent raging rhinos charging forward. But the Spartans dispatched them with a single strike before they could get close. At this critical moment, a dwarf previously rejected by the king came to join them. Ultimately unable to resist the temptation of beauty and gold, he betrayed the Spartans. When the king learned of this, he didn't choose to retreat. In the Spartan dictionary, there was no such word. Their lifelong pursuit was to die on the battlefield, their only glory. He called for an injured warrior and told him to return home to tell the story, the tale of 300 Spartan warriors who fought valiantly for their country and made the ultimate sacrifice. This would awaken the sleeping Spartan spirit in others. In the brutal Battle of Thermopylae, the 300 warriors achieved glory even in defeat. Their sacrifice awakened countless more warriors, perfectly embodying the indomitable will and unwavering spirit that would never retreat.